next week or no shit. But, you know,
What?
you need it. This watch nigga talking shit. Tell me I gotta come back.
I got like 2 of them. I got 2 of them already.
You can leave now.
Fuck off.
I'm
Make a call right now.
Alright, let's jump in, dog. Somebody yell action in this motherfucker, dog.
Action.
Action!
Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial. Right this moment, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High. I got my man Monk Money holding it down.
Holding it down from 6 Mile to 6 Mile, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, ain't no Mile High in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Angry in the building.
Fuck all y'all.
Dog, for real, you talking shit already, man. We about to talk about Kanye West ass and shit in a minute, but it is Social Media Thursday. So if you got social media, make sure you check us out on Instagram and Twitter. All right, it's gonna be at Real Monk Money, and of course myself at Hood Howard Stern. Also, you can follow the E-Block Radio Podcast Network by hitting E-Block Radio. That's what we're doing right now. All right, so dog, I'm gonna hit this blunt. And you gonna tell us what you did last week?
Hey. So, your boy about to venture off into, you know, the executive chef thing, you know what I'm saying? My last week at Andiamo's, you know what I'm talking about?
Word.
Fucking the owner, shout out to Joe Carey, you know what I'm saying? This dude, I mean, he cut me off, pit me in the dry stores like a mob boss today. Fucked me up. Like, I thought I was about to get shot the fuck up and shit. And the motherfucker pit me up like, yeah, mafia and shit, right? He pit me up like, hey man, I heard you leaving today. I'm like, yeah man, I'm gonna get out of here, man, you know what I mean? I got some, you know, a better offer, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, you know, whatever we can do, man, I want you to stay, you know? Like, he's trying to say, like, shit, driving all the way out there, that's a long 50-minute ride, you know what I mean? Like,
trying to convince you.
Yeah, trying to convince me to stay.
Ride.
It's definitely a long ride. I already took the ride, so I already knew. So I'm like, he's like, man, it's a long ride, this and that, and that, and that. I'm like, yeah, man. He said, but shit, they giving me this, plus that, plus this.
Yeah.
Now, if you can match that, then, you know what I'm saying, we can talk about something, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he like, okay, well, I'm about to go talk to, you know, the executive chef of all the Andiamos, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, I'm about to go talk to him and shit. So I'm like, all right. And I just ran the fuck up out that bitch.
Shit.
Like, you about to do what? All right, I guess time to go get my son. Pew! I just did.
Dog, so you think they so what's about to happen?
I don't care. I'm not leaving. I'm not messing up this opportunity I got.
Yeah, I know, right?
For this, bro. Even though I love the place, you know what I'm saying? I love working for Andiamos. I have fun going in that thing, but
for sure,
this is an opportunity for me to have my own shit, my own kitchen, you know what I'm saying? My own name on some shit.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? You know, load up my resume.
No doubt.
And I've been with y'all for 9 years off and on. Y'all never gave me the opportunity. These motherfuckers seen me one afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 hours. And they like, shit, you can be the exec if you like. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
I mean, it's definitely a no-brainer, but you know, I don't want to, you know, keep telling the mafia, hell no, get out my face.
The mafia,
right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep telling them, hell no, get the fuck out my face, but I'm just trying to dodge as much as I can and shit. He cornered my ass today, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been dodging him all week. That boy cornered me and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, big ups to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a chance to, you know, for me to get out here and put my feet out here, get my name out here. Yeah. I'm going to tear downtown Plymouth up, you hear me? Y'all be out there to fuck with me. I'll be on Food. I don't even fuck Food Network.
I was going to say, you about to be on Food Network. You better relax.
Fuck, you know, Food Network. But y'all
hit up Nori on the run eating, dog. You can get down with that shit.
Yeah, something, you know what I'm saying?
Some shit like that.
Something, anything, you know what I mean? Like, I you know, people gonna give me props, you know what I'm saying, no matter what.
So they gonna try to sweeten the deal, so you scared to even hear what the offer gonna be?
Yeah, I'm scared to hear.
What if they offer you the same thing? We know that ain't gonna. It's somebody already in that position, though, right? So
yeah, so they can't.
That won't happen. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, and then if they did, I still wouldn't really feel like taking it because I've been waiting for this shit for so long, and y'all been had a hold of me, you know what I mean? And telling me what I'm gonna be and what is gonna happen, and never happened, you know what I mean? So, these dudes in 15 minutes told me, look, it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna run where where they love me at, you know what I'm talking about?
It's the old relationship thing. They don't want you until somebody else wants
you. Right. But I mean, I'm sorry for that, you know what I mean? Like, but I gotta make do for my, my family. We gotta eat, baby.
For sure. No, that's what I'm talking about, dog. So look, fuck that, all right? Fuck the Food Network, fuck that shit, because you already know what your opportunity is. You're going to do that shit. Right. So we ain't worried about that shit. Hey, I did want to ask you this, though. Have you seen Avengers yet?
Don't start talking, bro.
I haven't seen it.
No,
That's why I was wondering.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Like this dude, man, I keep running to this. My homeboy, he keep talking about this shit. Like, bro, don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear about it. I gotta see it. So I'm working on that, bro. I guess find some time, bro. I work 7 days, 6 days here, then roll over to that 6 days, go straight to the other joints. So when I find some time, I get a day off. Me and my little guy gonna go check that out, though.
No, I've been waiting. I want to go see it. Like people, man, like giving me spoilers already. So
Yeah, me too.
I don't really want to talk about that shit no more. Venus just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
You know what I'm saying? But I do want to check it out. I did hear, obviously, you hear some stuff. I did hear that it was a setup for another part. But like, what comic book ain't? Because comic books didn't stop. So of course it's gonna be a setup for something else. I'm sure. But I don't know. People were saying that it was better than Black Panther.
What?
Yeah, you believe that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to ask nobody about that shit though, because I don't even want them to start talking. You seen that shit yet, man?
Something to slow the road. That's all I'm gonna say. Something to slow the road.
Is that what it
You
is?
got to slow down Black Panther somehow.
Yeah.
Something to slow the road.
Yeah.
That motherfucking road.
That motherfucker world.
Yeah. No, so my question is this though. If that cause I heard that the pre-ticket sales and shit outdid Black Panther. Do you think they was intentionally trying to? I mean, obviously, I guess every movie that come out, you intentionally trying to surpass the last one.
Definitely.
But do you think it's some different meaning to this if it do happen, or if I'm just being black?
You just being black and overreacting like every other black person, you know what I mean? Straight up.
You just gotta wait and see what the backlash gonna be about.
Yeah, it shouldn't be no backlash because he in the movie, so it's not like what I'm saying. It's not like it's a totally disregard to Black Panther because obviously he a part of this new movie. So I don't know.
You know, they always gonna do some shit to say some shit.
Yeah. I feel you. All that shit all together. Yeah. Yo, we got a lot of shit to talk about with this Kanye shit. So I guess in a minute we just gonna jump into it and shit. I guess. Anything else going on though that we want to talk about before we get into this shit?
No, I don't give a fuck about that.
You don't give a fuck about none of that shit?
No,
what about this nigga getting paintball and shit? You got paintball?
Oh yeah, he did get paintball.
Right, niggas in the D getting paintball and shit.
They gotta be together, man.
Yo, hold on, hold it down for one quick second, though. Oh shit. Fucking up.
What you done did, dog?
Nah, dog, go ahead.
Well, yeah, talk about your paintball, cuz.
Yeah, talk about that shit.
I was
Be right back.
Coming home from work, right there on the end of the block and shit. I quit counting after like 15. It was so many motherfucking niggas on the corner, dog, and they dressed in all black, and they got guns and shit. What appear to be guns. You know, it's nighttime. You really can't fucking see.
Right.
So I slide through real slow. I slide through, and I looked at my man. Me and him had eye contact. The man was like, "What up, big fella?" I'm like, "What up?" He's like, "What up?" Oh hell no, I'm gonna show you what up. And when we turn and do this, the point down, nigga, I sped off. This shit is fucking good. I heard that shit tat 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 all on the back of the car, man. Yeah, they lit my shit up, dog.
So that shit was like a game or some shit, right?
It was right here on the counter.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I heard it was like something everywhere. Yeah, all them crashing and shit.
Yeah, they was doing that shit all over all over the east side. You know.
Yeah, how long did it last? Couple hours.
At first, it was like block wars. They was having like block wars at first. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't understand that because when we had block wars, bro. We had block wars playing football or basketball or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I don't mind that shit, but my thing is, like I was telling somebody, you could have shot at the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I honestly thought I was being shot at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Coming home from work, so I can't have shit on me at work. Yeah. So what if I wasn't coming from work and had something on me and shot back thinking I was being shot at?
Yeah.
That's a
because if you ain't a part of the shit, you ain't know what was going on. Right, because apparently, like, people who was involved knew what was going on, so like you knew what to expect. But like you said, if you just a nigga out here and didn't know that it was actually a paintball war going on, you'd have thought you was about to get bust.
And what if they motherfucker fire back?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody died that shit.
Yeah.
Or did it? Like I don't even know. Yeah, I don't think so.
Watch the news.
But I will say this though, I think that was aside from like that, somebody getting snuck attacked and not knowing what's going on. I think it was a non-violent way to squash some of the beefs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, legitimately, Motherfuckers could have died, you know, with the wrong shit happening. But at the same time, if some legitimate beefs got squashed out, maybe it was worth it.
It's some bullshit, but it's too much social media out here to let motherfuckers know it's a paintball war going on.
Yeah. Well, I guess they didn't want to like put it on blast because you know. Obviously, they didn't want that information get into the wrong hands.
Right, because they ambushing motherfuckers.
Shot up an unmarked car any goddamn way.
Right, they ambushing motherfuckers. They ambushing motherfuckers.
Hell nah. Man, I don't know. Crazy shit in Detroit, but niggas survive. I know we always find some crazy ways to get the... I don't know, to get shit off our chest, I guess you want to call it.
I guess.
I don't know. But it's better than niggas getting killed, though.
But my thing... I'm going to say, my thing is, why fuck up your own shit? Your own hood, you know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
I'm serious, like it's like rioting.
Martin Luther,
it's like rioting.
Shaka Hassim.
I'm just saying though, that shit like rioting, bro. Like I don't understand rioting.
It's
bro.
like rioting. What?
I don't understand rioting because shit don't fucking go your way. You fuck up your own shit. Like that shit just baffles me, bro. Why won't you go across the motherfucking 8 Mile with that shit or go across to the motherfucking what's the dude, the judge that fucking do this, you know, set down a sentence. Go to his motherfucking neighborhood and test the shit up. Like you go and tell your own shit up. That shit.
Nobody thinking about that shit. In the grand scheme,
ain't nobody ever thinking about
it.
Shit.
It was shooting paintballs.
Yeah, fuck that, man. That shit is stupid.
That was the only thing it was about.
I think it's really stupid because shit, you can get your ass binked up for doing some dumb ass shit like that for real.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, it's
because like he said, if he wasn't just got off work, he would have had strap on him and he would have let loose back. You know what I'm talking about?
Niggas that got dead.
Niggas that got dead out here playing with some goddamn paintballs.
Hell yeah.
Cause you doing it to dudes you don't even know about the shit.
Yeah.
Cause he thought he was getting shot at. Cause let me be shot at, I would have been turned out the window like boom, 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 just turn around.
Leave it and shoot. Right.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
That's what I was saying. Like, what if you'd have bumped into the wrong motherfucker?
Right.
Hell yeah.
And that's always a possibility.
Definitely a possibility.
Hell yeah. All right, we gonna leave that shit alone, man. Shout out to niggas who survived and shit, the paintball wars and shit. Shout out to 4205. Red Zone making the wrong impression though in the newspapers. You seen that shit though? They got like a 3-part write up and shit.
They got a video game coming out.
On these 7 Mile niggas and shit. Talking about you know, cause that's they did a whole like I want to say 3 maybe 4 page write up, not page but a story write up about niggas getting killed, you know, off of Instagram and shit. Basically, they got gang beefs and shit, and niggas was getting caught up on the gram and shit and getting killed and shit.
You know what? A couple years ago, this was many moons ago because it was on one of them beef CDs. Remember the beef CDs?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the 6 Mile and Grass, you made that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. It was the last one.
Yeah.
You know, they talk about beefs and gangs in different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
That motherfucker actually made that shit.
Yeah, and
I can't remember which one it was, but it was on that motherfucker.
We on something right now though. It's a series on Netflix called Dope. 48205 on that bitch.
Bro, they got a video game coming out.
Ninth
bro.
Precinct though. That's what they call this. Ninth Precinct. So that's everybody over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so they
got a whole motherfucking Grand Theft Auto about the D coming out. You understand me? They about to do a Grand Theft Auto on the D.
Hey, sometimes it's crazy though, right? Because we hear all these stories and shit, and we lived here, we grew up here, and it was fucked up. But it's like when you lived here, I don't know. It didn't seem as bad as they make it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but obviously it was because we was in this motherfucker.
Because you on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can feel me on this. Because you lived out of state just like how I did. You ever watch the Detroit news from out of state?
Yeah, from out of town, they make this bitch like a jungle.
Terrible.
And then when you in a different environment and you look back on this motherfucker, then it kind of is a jungle.
It is a motherfucking jungle.
It kind of is a jungle.
Because somebody asked, you know, you out of town, somebody asks you a question. Can you actually walk up the street and get shot? Possibly.
That's any street though.
And just say no.
Yeah, possibly.
No, possibly.
It's a possibility. You kind of, and then I would say you kind of got to know where to go and when to be in places, but shit, sometimes that ain't the case either. Shit,
no,
sometimes just wrong time, wrong place, you know, all that shit.
I was telling my
I've been doing this shit for like 30 minutes.
What?
I'm sending this to everybody else.
I see. We about to go ahead and jump in this motherfucking topic then, man. We gonna quit talking about Detroit being all in the news and shit.
Check out our video game though, straight out the D, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the red zone on that thing, you know what I'm talking about? 48205 represent, dog.
Oh, that shit crazy. We making national news for the wrong reasons. But anyway, if you just now checking us out, man, we about to jump on topic for real, man. I want to thank y'all for joining us. We just over here talking some shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking some shit about our hood, niggas paintballing and shit. But we want to talk about Kanye West. We don't want to talk about Kanye West. I take that back. We want to talk about what he said. All right. So in case you've been under a rock this whole time, all right, Kanye West, among other things and shit, he said that after 400 years of slavery, it seems like that was a choice. All right. So that's what we're talking about right now. We want to know: do you think slavery was a choice, man? A lot of people are starting to chime in and say that he had a point there. I don't know. Angry Man, we're going to start with you, dog. Slavery, was it a choice, or is Kanye just motherfucking crazy?
I mean, I don't think it was a choice. You know what I mean? Whose choice? Our choice?
Yeah.
I mean, you think the motherfuckers opted to be slaves or just couldn't get out the contract or something?
Take it out the contract.
Ain't no contract.
I mean, but my thing is this here. It's easy for us to say that now because, we can still say, slavery exists to a certain point to today.
Right.
And we can walk away from shit.
Yeah.
There was no walking away from shit back then. None of us was a fucking slave. So how the fuck can we say actually and be for real about what the fuck they went through?
Right.
Ain't none of us never fucking been there.
Right. So
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, he honestly believed it though.
I mean, you can, but how can you believe that and you've never been a part of that?
Right.
You never been put in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can talk tough now. Yeah, you can talk tough all fucking day.
I never went through that shit, right?
Yeah, you can say that shit all motherfucking day.
Right.
But until you've been put in that type of captivity,
Yeah.
I don't see how you can even have an opinion about that shit being an option or not.
Yeah.
Because I had the I don't know if it's the blessing or the gracefulness to know a slave. My great grandmother was a slave.
Okay.
I had to have opportunity to talk to her about a lot of shit and hear her stories. And from what I'm hearing, nigga, that shit wasn't no mother. You gonna walk up to a white man in 1877 and tell this motherfucker exactly what the fuck you about to do?
Right.
I mean, really, you think motherfuckers ain't tried that shit?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of failed attempts. Yeah, definitely a lot of failed attempts.
That's how. I mean, how was it not a choice? Where were you gonna go?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have an education to navigate. We wasn't no motherfucking compasses, nigga.
Right, and see that.
What were you gonna do?
Right, and that was my whole issue there. Now, and this is how we even got on the subject. Basically, what happened was Gigabytes. Where the fuck is Gigabytes at anyway? Gigabytes hit me yesterday on this motherfucking topic, and we got into like down there for real argument about this shit because he said he agreed. He agreed with Kanye. He said it was a choice.
You know what the argument
Wait a
is?
minute. But then to take it even further, you know what he told me?
What?
He don't think racism still exists. This is what he told me. This is a conversation we had on the phone yesterday. No bullshit. You got that steel grill on it, but that's what he told me. He said, I don't think it still exists.
Oh man, he lucky I wasn't down this bitch when he had that argument because he'd be mad at me. He wasn't like me at the time because I would go the fuck off like, what do you mean? Like, and their argument is on the choice shit is because they gave him a choice of taking their lives. You know what I'm saying? You run away, you get your life took it, and then they said some shit about they take your fucking leg or a limb off you, and then take your spirit or some shit. So they gave him that choice. He said it's not a choice. How the fuck is a choice? That's what I'm saying. Like, how's that a choice, bro? Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, life over death? What you mean? That's not. This shouldn't even be in the fucking matter. You gonna choose life off rip?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and plus, without having the fucking education and navigation skills to get to where you need to fucking go, like up north or whatever the fuck they was trying to go to,
right?
It's hard on the pimp. So you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers was stuck. They didn't know how to read, don't know how to read the street sign. You know what I'm saying? Like it was hard on them. So how the fuck can you motherfuckers rank that out your mouth? It was a choice, bro. Like, you motherfuckers that be in the book so much. These motherfuckers, so-called smart motherfuckers. Gigabytes is a so-called smart motherfucker. Yeah, so these smart, dumb motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They spit shit out their mouth and don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like, they fucking, like, I feel like sometimes they just jump on the first bandwagon, the first thing that's going down the goddamn train. Instead of seeing what's on the other train, they jump on that first train and get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's stupid to me, bro. Like, you have a choice. You do have a choice to learn your fucking history more. Because if a motherfucker had a choice to be a slave, like, come on, who will pick that? Like, who will pick that? These niggas be pissing me off, bro. I was trying to hold this shit back. Like, who will pick, like, I'm gonna be a slave. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Like, me personally, I would have rather die.
You know what? You know what? You got to read that question.
Hold on real quick, Angry Man. I'm going to read these comments right quick. We're going to go to Venus said. She said, if you look at all of Kanye's... Well, hold on, I'm tripping. If you took all of Kanye's money away, dude would be a common black man. But a nigga get money, they side with the white man. All right. He said, "Give Kanye the Coon of the Year award, letting money blind him. I'm happy to see him. I'm happy we see him now for who he is. You'd be a fool to buy anything of his if you black." All right, I'm gonna comment on that. Then I'm gonna come back to what you're saying. You know what? On that tip, Vince, I feel you and shit about black people like getting money and then siding with with our oppressors. Only because sometimes you get to a certain tax bracket, it kind of puts you in an area where you feel like none of these restraints are particular to you because you're not in that class no more. But at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Even though I haven't bought a Kanye album since I don't know when.
College Dropout.
Yeah, that's probably about it. I'm not about to actively boycott him though. Like I don't give a fuck what he's talking about.
No.
Like I'm not about to actively boycott him. No shit like that. Because I don't even want to give him, like you said, I don't even want to give him that energy.
And I wish I had a fucking like you would have called me and said we was doing this topic. I would have said fuck you. We should try to do something else. I don't want to talk about Kanye West in this. Well,
we're not gonna just talk about Kanye West, but we just gonna talk about the existence of that choice anyway. And then I just want to comment on what Gigabyte said to me too, that he said he feel like racism doesn't exist at this point. I don't know how the fuck a black man from where we come from can even say that shit don't exist. Well, my bad. Angry Man, what was you saying, bro?
Nah, I was saying, to a certain extent, if you just want to be in a gray area and read the question, you honestly do have a choice.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's either be a slave or die.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's not a choice. Who's gonna make that?
I wouldn't say it's a legitimate choice, but
yes, it is.
It's a choice. Huh?
Yes, it is because you're choosing one or the other.
Now, see, and that's what he said yesterday. So this is my thing. That's it. I guess if you look at it as semantics, it is a choice. But then you're talking about, even though there were people who dove off the ship and killed themselves, at some point though, you may be in bondage with family members, like a child, a wife, or anything. You go lead them motherfuckers? Like, that's not really a choice.
They was jumping off that bitch to make space.
Pushed off that bitch.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It ain't enough rations to go around. I want my wife and kids to eat. Fucking, I'm gone.
Yeah. Venus say you really want the feel of power, and you know what? Money gives you a certain power, that's legitimate.
That's for sure.
But when you black though, racism still exists. There is still a ceiling on black people with money. Like it's still a ceiling on black people with money. But my whole thing was this though, and I didn't get a chance to say this to Gigabytes yesterday because when you get into a conversation with Gigabytes, in order to convince you, you just talk louder and longer and shit. Yeah. So I didn't really get a chance to talk. But my whole thing though is that I can feel you in the gray area with the choice on living or dying. All right, I guess that's a human choice. But at the end of the day, I know what was the quote Harriet Tubman said? Like the hardest part was convincing these motherfuckers that they were slaves anyway. Yeah. That's why they didn't want to run away. But that's part of the problem. How can you have a choice if you didn't even know what the alternative was?
Yeah.
Like if you was born into slavery, you don't even know what freedom is.
Yeah.
So how the fuck could you have a choice?
Yeah.
Like because it wasn't no alternative.
There was no choice.
This was just what life was.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
saying.
So and I know it sounds crazy because they had 400 years and the fucking Haitian Revolution, they overcame they shit or whatever. Like I hear all of that, but obviously dog, on top of us being oppressed and not even being able to understand the language to the place that we got brought, on top of that, it was written into the laws. This is something that's different. We're not just slaves. It was written into the laws. Yeah. We was 3/5 of a fucking human being in the law books. Nigga. In the law books, you roll up, you're not even human.
Not even human.
Dog, so these ain't just slaves. These people who are imprisoned by their own constitution. And then they freaked it out and freed us. Right. With the 13th Amendment and shit. But in the 13th Amendment,
they made another law.
They threw in that little clause, that said that all your rights, you free as long as you haven't been arrested and put into, confinement for a criminal act. So that's cool, except you make all of the criminal acts extremely difficult for us. So we spend the rest of our lives in that bitch when our counterparts only spending 3 days in that bitch. So really, all you did was change the game. So, nigga, where are these choices that you talking about?
And slavery still exists. What you motherfuckers don't think about that shit knows the prison system. Like he just said with the motherfucking, the same dude can get me and Alex can go to jail for the same shit.
Alex.
Yeah, me and Alex. Me and Alex can go to jail for the same shit. My shit gonna be harsher off rip.
Yeah.
He gonna do 30 minutes. I'm gonna do 30 years.
Hell
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's fucked up. And that's taking the black men off the street, putting them in jail, and putting them on the motherfucking making railroad tracks and all that shit. The shit still exists, bro. Like y'all just not looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like people see all this shit. Like it's fucked up that the KKK was right behind the motherfucking airport.
I heard that, but I don't think that was the case. I think niggas, that was misinformation on that.
Well, whatever the fuck it was, bro. Motherfuckers wasn't out there seeing what about. And that's my thing. Like nobody got up and say, "Let me go around here and see what the fuck going on." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for real. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, bro. Like that shit just baffles me. You know, and that shit ain't never gonna stop because we as a people
ain't gonna never come on.
Come on, bro. I mean,
Killer K just checked in. What up, bro?
What up, though?
You know what I'm saying? Miss Carbon. What up, though?
Other races can fucking not like each other, dog.
Yeah.
But they gonna fucking fight and fucking ride for each other right then and there. And then they gonna take their shit out on each other when they get, you know what I'm saying, done with us.
Later on.
Yeah.
Hey, 2G's talking about who the hell would choose to be a slave? Ye, what did he say? Oh, he said Ye was high on Kardashian's juicy juice.
Juicy juice.
Hell no, dog.
Real talk.
Venus says some white people do say racism doesn't exist. At my job, we did surveys. You'd be surprised because we asked and they said no.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you? I guess. All right. So first of all, let me say this.
How can you?
I mean, go ahead. What was you about to say?
How can you?
Yeah, how can you?
Okay, well, you can put it like this: if certain people live in their region and never step outside their box, they won't see the shit.
You won't think.
You know what I mean? If you work right there, the school is right there, the grocery store is right there, and your community is what it is. You know, you live in a well-rounded community where there's no other races coming in.
Yeah.
Then what the fuck?
Yeah.
You seeing what you see. How's racism, this, that, and the other. And then, you know, you go to a white community, your next door neighbor may be black. He may be a doctor, a lawyer. You know, they may be the Cosbys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, to them, how does racism exist? Look who's living next door to me. Look what they do. Look what they do. But you never go outside that box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you won't fucking see it.
Right. And this is my thing too. Chris just chimed in. He said, "Move on to the future." Like,
what does that mean?
I guess that means quit dwelling on the past. But I think for black people, it's hard to move on without at least, you know what I'm saying.
How are we moving on in the future? I see racism every day.
I'm just saying. I'm just reading the comments.
It goes on back to what I said many moons ago on the show. When the fuck did we just turn around and walk the fuck away? Kanye could be in a position to say, all right,
fuck
black
that.
people, let's turn around and walk away
And
and
leave
do
that
our
shit
own
alone,
shit.
yeah.
But you too busy, like you said, jumping way back here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me see. Jonathan just checked in. He said, "Do y'all only talk about what you think or some facts?" All right. So I don't know. I'm talking about what I think.
This is definitely what we think, bro.
Yeah. This is just our opinion on shit. But what's the facts then? What's the facts that I'm missing? That people was forced to come over on the boat. I mean, I think when you use the word forced, I think that automatically takes choice out of the situation.
But how do you get the fact if none of us was there? You don't even know a motherfucker that was there.
And not only that, I just want to say this too, man, because I think the real issue here is that I really didn't know that black people was this divided and shit. But what I don't,
Jonathan got me fucked up over here, bro.
Right. Well, yeah, I want to know what he's saying. Like, I should research stuff when I talk to people. Well, I don't know. What should I research? I mean, I didn't really say nothing about no facts.
This motherfucker got to be 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know the struggle.
No, I mean, I understand what he's saying, though. I
understand what he's saying, too, but it's still a fucking... Nigga, it's out here. It's out here. I don't want to hear this bullshit. You motherfuckers siding with these motherfuckers. It's happening, bro.
Maybe he's not sad, but he just want us to cover some facts.
What you mean facts? What you mean facts? You don't live, nigga? You black. Fuck you mean facts? That shit just pissed me off. Like, what the fuck you mean facts, nigga? You live every day. What you motherfuckers stay across 8 Mile, nigga? Fuck on, man. With your weak ass.
All right, so look, this is my situation, though. For real.
You made me want to smoke up. I'm smoking because fuck you, Jonathan.
This is my... God damn, everybody angry today. So look, this is my whole thing on the whole situation. Not facts or anything, just my opinion. But I think that if you let, I ain't gonna say let black people, but if we start getting into semantics about having a choice of life or death, or insisting that people have a choice to be slaves, and I think what that does, it takes away the responsibility of the people who committed the crime. Like, let's not forget that this was a crime. So, like, if you start saying that we had a choice, that makes it seem as though it wasn't a criminal act to steal people from another continent. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying about that is that I don't want to give, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to give or take the power away from the fact that this was a criminal act. Because as soon as you start saying you had a choice, this is just like a woman getting raped. Like,
she had a choice?
Like, so you had a choice to, you know what I'm saying, then you know, you look bad. Just like how we said about the chicks going to Bill Cosby crib and shit.
No one
7:30. We was, and I immediately had to say, I know it's going to sound bad, right? But she had a choice, right? It sounded the same way when you said about
that's
black people.
different.
It's different, but I'm just saying.
That's very different.
No, it's definitely different. But I'm just saying, like, when you say that somebody had a choice, it takes away from the criminal act. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to take away from the criminal act of slavery, because it is a crime. Like, let's not forget that. This was a crime. My man said, I'm just trying to help.
He told me to stop being so angry at the beginning.
He is angry.
I am angry because, bro.
He an angry black man.
Just listen to my fact. It's a fact. It's a fact that the.
Wait a minute. Chris said, even though people aren't that racist today, you guys continue to cry about everything. Wow, we do cry about a lot of shit.
We do. I do agree with you, Chris.
We do cry about a lot of shit.
But the facts is the shit is still fucking around here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "You niggas just keep on crying.
Keep on crying about everything. You damn right."
How can you say that? You ain't never been in this situation.
I mean, you could.
Yes, Chris is white.
Definitely, Chris got to be white because he couldn't walk a mile in the black man's shoes. Chris,
you never know. He might be able to. Shit, I don't know.
I mean, how can you say that? He's never been on this side of the motherfucking fence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a fact,
easy
Chris.
to say. Shut the fuck up and move on. You know what I mean? Your family wasn't affected by that.
No.
You know what I mean? I never met neither one of my grandfathers, Chris, so I could probably take that out on your people for me not knowing. I know you all didn't lynch the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
And this is an analogy I use on that, man. You absolutely right. I don't ever want black people to use that shit as a crutch, because I mean, it happened. Some of that stigma still lives on. And obviously, it's up to us to make the change and move past that shit. I understand
Definitely.
that. But at the same time, it don't mean that the other don't exist.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, in Alaska, right? Like, for like 3 months or some shit, like, the sun don't never come up, right? It just stayed dark for like 3 months.
6 to 3 months.
It's some shit like that. However many, I don't know. I'm throwing out fake ass facts and shit, right? Fake news. Donald Trump do it, I'm gonna do it too. So, it be dark for a long time, right? But at the end of the day, you still know the sun there, right? You know the sun there. It just ain't came up. This is the same thing. Black people getting rich, we moving around, we making moves and shit. But at the end of the day, racism still exists.
It's still there,
just
bro.
because we making moves don't mean it's gone.
Right, it's still there.
And it should be okay. It should be okay that we recognize it. Now, if you use it as a crutch and say this is my excuse, like, yo, I can't never do nothing because the slaves are okay. You use it as an excuse, that's fine. But if I point it out, I'm just pointing that shit out. Like, don't be mad because it exists. All I'm doing is making an observation.
That's it.
But I think
That's it.
I don't know how
it's
this
there.
gonna sound, but I think they have they got the best way to kill all.
Brad said, "Get to work." Yeah, that's what we got a lot of work to do.
They got the means to end this shit.
Yeah.
They really fucking do. If they stop trying to take over the world, if they cut the Ku Klux Klan out, all that shit out that provoked us in the first fucking place, put the motherfucking fire out. They're the fire. We're not the fire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You keep throwing that shit back up, making us go back to history to say, oh, what the fuck does that symbol mean? Yeah. Oh, that's what the fuck. What the fuck is the K? Oh, that's what the fuck. This is the fuck we've been to. If y'all stop that goddamn shit.
Say stop that shit.
Stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Candy just checked in and said racism still exists. I mean, most definitely. Like I said, it exists. I can't say that it's obviously it is not the same hindrance that it used to be. I mean, that's obvious.
No, it's definitely not.
But I'm gonna tell you how institutional racism works and shit. And these ain't facts. This is just how I feel. But living in the city of Detroit, right? You already know that the downtown area is being developed, right? And this is what they call gentrification. I guess that's a fact and shit. I think that's what they call it. I'm just fucking with my man. I'm just gonna keep saying facts and shit. Because I don't really give a fuck. Because I'm like Donald Trump and shit, right? Like this is my show. I say what the fuck I want to.
Exactly.
That's kind of like how Trump do and shit. So yeah, I guess I'm like Kanye.
Yeah.
We both dragon spirits and shit, right?
Tiger blood. Y'all got
Tiger
that
blood and shit. No, but look. So this is the thing though. You jump in and you gentrify the area, which is cool, right? You know what I'm saying? It's cool because you go in, you spark businesses, and it's supposed to spark businesses for the people who live in the community, and that's cool, right? But this is the reason why gentrification doesn't work and why is a racial undertone to it, because a business will come in and revamp the whole downtown area and create these jobs, but they never fix the school system surrounding. So you get these jobs, but you ain't got nobody with an education enough to get the motherfucking jobs. So guess what you just did? You came in and destroyed that whole place and overtook it. You know what that's called, though. Right? That's called what was that word? They was called the motherfuckers on Black Panther. Damn, what's
colonist.
the word? Yeah, that's a colonist. Yeah, that's a colonist. You went over and you basically took all the minerals and shit and kicked the regular people out, which is cool. Like I said, we know it's coming. So at some point, we gotta stop. Obviously, we do gotta stop blaming other people and just,
definitely,
you know what I'm saying, pull ourselves up by our own
stop
bootstraps.
fucking crying.
But
like
at
my
the
man
end of the
said.
day, even when we do that, though, I still don't want you to think that this shit don't exist. I don't want you to think that I'm walking around blind like it's still not a hindrance in the black community due to things that we can't change. Like if I'm going to jail for 6 years for some shit that a white person get motherfucking a year and 2 months for, then like, how do I fix that? I mean, obviously you fix that by not getting in trouble, but still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. just like from the crack in the snow and the pure. Like, I don't understand how the fuck that work. You know what I mean? Like, you get fucking 5 years for one rock. You know what I'm saying? And you get fucking 30 minutes for having fucking the pure form. Like, I don't understand that shit. That shit just baffles me, bro. You know what I mean?
He said, look at what Jimmy Lynch is now. I mean, is and how to sell out on each other. Somebody gonna say, isn't it Willie Lynch? It is Willie Lynch, but I knew what he was talking about. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew what he was talking about. It's cool. I'm gonna go check over shit.
Fact.
It's all good. So you say we need to first find facts and discuss that. Bring up an article about slavery and where it came from, or the general belief. I don't know why that's important.
No,
I don't know.
It's not.
John, you gotta tell me why that's important.
Because at the end of the day, y'all still did the shit.
Yeah, I need to know why that's important.
You did the shit. That's a fact. The fact is, you did the shit.
If you wanna do facts, I get it. It was already slaves in Africa. We know that. All right, black people already had their own slaves in Africa. I get that.
That when they business though.
But I mean, factually speaking as well, and historically speaking as well. The transatlantic slave trade with the black folks and shit, with the Africans and shit, was the first of that kind, though, where people were actually taken to another continent and infused into a community that wasn't their own, and still formed as slaves, not because they owed a debt. Like before, slaves were like, they really were indentured servants. They were people who owed debt to society, so they worked off their debt by being slaves. These people didn't owe nobody, but they were slaves. So I mean, if you want to be historically and factually speaking, I mean, that's the origination of the slave was somebody who worked to work off a debt. This wasn't the case in the transatlantic.
We didn't have no debts.
No, we had no debts. We just got took because we was the ones who could come over here and knock down all the shit that the Indians already had. I guess Indians is okay to say. I don't know. Right. Is it? I don't know if it's
Indians
politically incorrect or something to say Indians, but no. I even if you know all of that though, still it don't make it no different. I guess semantically, yeah, you did have a choice. Either stay on the boat or jump off and shit.
Right. Live or die.
So if you want to put it like that,
at you because you even getting this motherfucker some shit, because that's some bullshit, bro. Ain't nobody gonna have a choice to be a fucking slave. Well, this conversation is crazy, and all these motherfuckers are babbling this bullshit, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. It's not a choice. What facts do you need to know? It happened. Slavery happened. Fact. Motherfucker, it's still going on? Yes. Fact. Motherfucker, like, come on, bro. Like. Understand, we need to stop crying and whining and come together as a people, bro. For real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Not like every other race that's around here. You know what I mean? Like we hinder ourselves. But still, at a point, we talking about shit that happened. And that's still going on happen. What do you think about these police shooting these young black kids? What the fuck is that? That's regular? Like what? That's cool? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it, dog. Like,
let me read some of these comments.
Dumbass shit.
We got Angry Man 1, 2, and 3 in this motherfucker. Let me see. I say Browse Porsche. She say, why are we not taking upon ourselves to teach our children about Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is true because I didn't learn about that shit until I was an adult.
Yeah, true.
And Black Wall Street and how it was birthed. And also in that same conversation, you gotta tell them about how it was birthed and how it was destroyed because racism didn't exist back then either, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it was destroyed by a white community who was very afraid of the black collective creating their own monetary expenses. So anything that's been created, even if you look at the Black Panthers in a derogatory way, because some people do, but at the end of the day, it started out as a movement to progress black people, and that was shut down too and called basically a terrorist organization. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that we've been able to come together and pool our resources and try to do our own thing, it's been shut down. And that's not using it as a crutch. That's just saying what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit happens. He said, you stupid as hell. Who that? Shomo just checked in and said, what's up?
What's up, Shomo?
Let me see. What she say? She said, Dan Calloway shows this on camera. I'm just here to make you think. Yeah, I think a whole lot of thing. I do like this aspect that we have in the conversation. Though.
Definitely.
Yeah, I do like the aspect.
Even though I'm yelling and screaming and shit, I'm on 10 and shit. I ain't got no beer. I ain't got no beer, so that's what the fuck the problem is. The weed helping me, calm down a little bit. But.
Now she also said, Candy said, as a black woman, I think we should come together as one and take over. Like that's the crazy thing is that I don't want to say that I don't know if we're capable of doing it, but it just seems like we never able to fully get it together.
Bro,
I don't know what it is, and possibly. All right, I don't want to keep going back on the same shit, but I mean, you do know that psychologically, some of this shit does just transcend from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I don't know. Who that? Uda Dan. Who Uda Dan?
Uda Dan, that's my dog.
Oh, what up, though? Yeah, I thought I knew Uda Dan. Like, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? He said not back then. Oh shit, I'm tripping, dog. What was you talking about? Cause we just said a whole lot of shit back then, Jonathan. I don't know. Yeah. Not back then. I don't know. Hey, what? Hold on, wait a minute. Talk about Angry Man just rolled his eyes, though.
Rolled
he rolled his eyes, cuz. Like, you mad, though? What you mad about? You got something to say about some shit?
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
You know, listen to this shit, dog. And first off, I didn't roll my eyes.
That's just out of the game, right?
Yeah,
not that there's anything wrong with games. Yeah, just saying.
It is something wrong with games. Don't ever say that shit again.
It's politically correct. There's nothing wrong with games. There's no racism.
But my thing is, dog, like I said, either one or two things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Either the Freddy Krueger theory gonna kick in, or this shit ain't gonna end until God hit the reset button.
Yeah.
And what I mean by the Freddy Krueger theory is our generation, they trying to fade it out. How do you get rid of some shit? Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for our fucking kids, man. Because either I feel bad for them, or that's gonna be the reset.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was talking to a motherfucker at work. I said, we the ones that keep racism going. Yeah. We the ones that keep kids fucking divided. He was like, how do you mean? I said, I'm going to take you to an old school theory. I said, you put an Arab baby, black, Chinese, and white kids from the ages of motherfucking 2 to 5. Put them in a room with some toys. They going to play together.
Right.
It ain't going to be till we bring our grown punk racism ass in there and say, don't play with this, that, and the other.
Right.
And they going to raise their kid that goddamn way.
Yeah, true.
You see what I'm saying? You can put kids in the room. I got kids. I seen this shit fucking happen.
It's taught.
Kids are
going to
play with each other. It ain't going to be a problem until we come in and say, you can't play with them.
Yeah.
You can't play with them.
I'm gonna comment on that in just a second, cause I believe that's true. I definitely believe that's true. So I do want to cast that out to the people who watching too, man. If you are just now chiming in, we gonna switch it up a little bit. I wanna piggyback on what Angry Man said. I want to put that out to everybody else. And the fact is that is racism taught? You know, because that's basically what we're saying. And I definitely think it is, because, like you said, you put kids together, they don't know no difference until an adult, put some shit into them. Now I gotta read this. I gotta read Jonathan's comment real quick and shit. He said, "Now this is true though. This is true. I read the comment before I'm reading it out loud. This is true. Rappers get money to endorse money to lead our youth in the wrong direction. I do agree. In a sort of. We sell out on each other. Now, I think this is a learned behavior as well though. I think that when and again, I'm not using this as no crutch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the fact is, when you haven't experienced generational wealth, then what do you expect people to do once they finally get to the point that you was promised. Once you finally fulfill, I guess, what they what they imagine to be the American dream. Like,
I mean,
think
that's I mean, cut you off.
Yeah.
But that's really hard to say too, because even though you grind and make it millions, it's still a white motherfucker at the end of the goddamn chain.
Yeah.
No telling what strings that motherfucker's pulling.
Yeah.
And that could bring the aggression and the anger out of the motherfucking artist.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you.
I mean, think about it. When that rapper doing this, doing that, yeah, yada, 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 and we sitting on the outside, why the fuck is he bad, nigga? He getting this, he getting that. We don't know if that white CEO fucking the shit out of him.
Literally.
9 to 10.
Literally, yeah.
Literally.
9 times out of 10 for sure.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Raping this motherfucker out of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, nigga, you signed that contract. You don't know if he's saying that shit. Now, nigga, get out there and make these albums.
Yeah.
Nigga, get out there and do these motherfucking concerts.
Yeah.
All we see is the chains, the fame,
Yeah.
the money. Why he mad? We don't fucking know why he fucking mad.
Why he mad?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Venus said most deaf is taught because you're not born knowing color. You are taught because majority of black people don't teach their kids racism. I said the majority. You know what? I don't do it. I don't know.
We really don't give a fuck.
We don't really give a fuck.
No, it's because the first, and I'm gonna show this to you.
Yeah.
Let a different race move on your block, and they
Yeah.
got kids your age.
You ain't tripping.
You gonna go on
So
outside
I'm
and
playing
play.
that motherfucker,
Go on
right?
outside and play. We just say it. Go on outside and play.
Yeah,
You know
get
what
you
I'm
some
saying?
new friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't us. You know what I mean? It ain't until when our kids come home crying because what happened?
Yeah.
Their mama said I can't play with them. Bam.
Yeah.
Then it's on.
Yeah.
You racist bitch. I'm a motherfucking kid. I'm motherfucking more. You goddamn white motherfucker. All. But
Well, let me ask y'all this before we get up out of here. I did want to ask this because this is a conversation I've had before too. With the generations changing, obviously, do y'all think that is it progressing to a point where possibly, I ain't gonna say it won't exist, but it won't be as big of an issue, racism? Like, do you?
it's not going to be a big of an issue because of social media. They're going to fade them out with other bullshit.
Yeah.
They're going to keep putting shit in front of them, putting shit in front of them, putting shit in front of them. It ain't until, I hate to say it, we go back to our own people, and then we find out that, why you don't fuck with them? Because fuck that cracker. Fuck the Chinese motherfucker.
Fuck that cracker.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hope, I was having a conversation with an older guy. I hope, because we are born in the 70s, early 70s, late 70s, early 80s, that this shit is really about to fade the fuck out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's either, like I said, it's either going to fade the fuck out or the motherfucking reset button going to get hit.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking way it's going to change.
Yeah.
And I think it's on the fade though. I think it's definitely on the fade.
Yeah.
It's on the fade, but it's still there, and that's my point. You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
there, like,
I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not racist by far. I got one of my best friends white. You know what I'm
You
saying?
sound like a
That's how my white motherfucker. So
I got two
black
I got
friends.
a white best
You
friend.
know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying though, but my thing is, it's still here. It's still there, and it still happens. You know what I'm saying? And even as him, he see it. You know what I mean? Like, I know. Plenty of white guys that come up to me and say, bro, like, I know you're not that dude that be spreading that shit, but yeah, you right. It's still out. It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. I can tell you it's still there.
For sure.
I had a dude I work with, shout out to Brian. He told me, like, bro, like, I've seen it
Yeah.
with my own eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And a lot of it is systematic though. You know what I'm
and
saying?
a lot of people don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So they turn their heads, you know what I'm saying? Like, or just going, they're probably not racist, but they're not going to fucking speak up for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of it is systematic. And the only reason I say that is because, again, I keep harping on this, and man, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think the reality of it is that we all know, and I'm sure that the powers that be understand that the status of places like Detroit, Chicago, Compton, wherever the hell you're talking about the hood and shit. Well, I would say Harlem, but it's been completely gentrified now. But those places, dog, the infrastructure is the education. And if everybody knows that, none of these educational systems have been resolved.
No.
So ain't nobody really trying to fix it. Because you're, all right, yeah, I'm going to bring in all these jobs and shit. For who?
For who?
Because you ain't educating nobody to even be capable of having these jobs. So at the end of the day, man, that systematic oppression, whether you want to call it racism or oppression, that shit still exists. And that shit is deeply wound. And you know what? This is the funny shit. This is way off the subject. But I was writing in my book, which will be released on June 1st. I'm having a book signing. Don't forget,
Plug.
June 1st
Plug.
at Page's Bookshop on Grand River.
Fuck
All
with my boy.
And the name of my book is Those Brilliant Bastards, right? So this is the type of shit that we talking about. And there's a line in my book that I said, and I completely forgot about this, but do y'all remember when the cotton t-shirt commercials, the slogan was the fabric of our lives? How real is that?
Wow.
How real is that when you really think about that shit, though? This is way off the subject, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How real is that shit? Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
For
dog.
sure, for sure.
Really?
For sure.
And it is.
It is.
I mean, if it wasn't for slavery, dog, I don't even know where America would be because all of the money was originally coming from cotton. And don't get it twisted, it still does.
It does.
Niggas just ain't picking it, but they still making a mass revenue off of cotton, though. The fabric of our lives. I just want y'all to think about that. And that was a fact for you, John. Let me see. He said, only reason why because some of them hold a secret and they are hiding behind the good white people. And that could be the case. And that's our own fault, though. I think that's our own fault because we are so ready to break niggas down. Like we want it's like we the largest cheering section just so you get to that level so we can be like, bitch, hold up.
Right. Stop.
We are, dog. I hate that about us.
Crabs in the barrel, bro. Like crabs in boiling water.
We'll be pumping it up on the sideline like pump it up, right? But then the nigga get up top, you like, hold on, bitch. Nope. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know why we like that.
Because we doing this.
Yeah.
You ain't did shit for me. Fuck that nigga. Yeah, he did it. He guilty. Fuck him.
Nah, for sure, man. Yo, it's already past 8 o'clock, dog. We about to wrap this shit up, dog. If y'all got a last minute comment, hit me in the comment box, dog. Or you can give us a call 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. I had completely forgot to tell y'all to call in.
Talk to us. We talk back.
Cause we were so busy reading all these comments online. Yo, yeah, we do it for real. In real life, we need to stop all that though. And this has been a great conversation though. And I thank Kanye for that and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, I think afterwards he tweeted some shit like, you know, basically like, you know what, he didn't get a chance to really explain what he meant. And I think the thing about Kanye though is he wanted him. I think he really is, and this is not a stretch. I mean, musically, I'm sure, but I think he is somewhat of a genius a little bit. And I think geniuses are crazy. And I think a lot of shit, really, in real life, I think a lot of shit is going on inside his head. And a lot of times he just say it. And sometimes, dog, you can't just say everything that's in your head.
Oh,
I think he got a lot of shit, yeah. He got a lot of shit, dog, rambling around his head. It just pew, pew, pew. He need a translator. He need to tell somebody what he want to say and then let them say it. What that nigga saying is.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, did you see Tim and Tip conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that shit was funny. They had Tip talking about that shit, bro. Tip say, bro, way too gone, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He way too gone.
Hey, but he said, I ain't giving up on him. And that was the love right there. He was like, I ain't giving up on him. And what he was saying, too, he was like, man, and he said that, too. He was like, man, he need a translator. Because a lot of shit he just let come out. Just, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga need a friend.
Yeah, he need a friend. He need a friend. And I ain't gonna lie, dog. I ain't really on that mental health. You know, they trying to say the nigga crazy and shit. But in real life, that nigga probably really haven't been right since his mom passed. Maybe he never really dealt with that shit. And he don't have nobody that he can really, you know what I'm saying, kick it with.
What did you say?
He like somebody fucked up little brother. Like, you know he needs some help, but damn, don't nobody look out for the
nigga need a friend.
Yeah, he need a friend. But at the same time, the nigga just really on some genius shit, dog. Kanye 2024 and shit, dog.
Kanye. And his album coming out. That's gonna make y'all
I'm gonna listen to it only because I'm already paying for iTunes music and shit, so it's just gonna pop up. Alright, let me go read this last one, then we gonna get up out of here. He said, Jonathan said, yep, that's what's going on. He's got what, touch info? Too much info, probably? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he don't know how to tell people. This is knowledge, but no wisdom. I feel you. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure. He got too many motherfucking ideas. Pam, pam, pam. They just get shot out. Niggas don't know what the fuck. Like, what the fuck? They don't know how to take it and shit. But
nigga done seen and heard some shit and trying to say it and don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Dog, Killer K said he think Adidas gonna drop him. I think they already said they was gonna drop him. Yeah. Dog, Bounce 105.1 said they muting. They not playing no Kanye records. I think this is out of control. I'm not gonna boycott the motherfucker just because I don't agree with what he's saying. Like, I think I could do that to I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't boycotted nothing. I haven't boycotted nothing. I ain't gonna hold you up, dog. Lisa said Kanye's still on pills. He need a brain check, not a written check. Goddamn.
But you know what? This all could be. You know, at the end of the day, the motherfucking overplay for the underlay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely
He got us talking.
I mean, but
He got us talking.
No, I ain't talking about on him now. I'm
okay.
the script. You know, every time a black motherfucker gets so motherfucking high, how we know these white motherfuckers ain't, you know, got him saying this shit to say this shit to get him muted, to get him blackballed.
Well, the thing about Kanye,
that's his choice.
The thing about Kanye, I say though, is that I don't think that could necessarily happen, only because for so long he had been so unplugged. Like the nigga don't even watch TV. Like he legitimately. This is TMZ, dog. TMZ everywhere. He legitimately don't know who Van is. The only black guy on TMZ.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know who he was, though. He was like, what's your name, brother? Mm-hmm. Like, he really don't know. Like, he really unplugged. So, on that, I don't know. Because he withdraw when he withdraw.
Okay, that adds more gasoline to the fire. So, if they watching it and he don't watch it,
yeah.
they know and he don't know, say this, say that.
Yeah.
Say what the fuck you want to say.
I don't know, but... Pat Rat, what up, though?
What's up, Pat Rat, baby?
Dog, yeah, that nigga Van went in, dog. If you don't know who Van is, he the only black dude on TMZ.
Yeah, he went in. He went in.
But he went in, but respectfully, though. He said what everybody was thinking. He was like, basically, he was just like, dog, I was so hurt when he said that shit. And I understand that. I was hurt when he said it because it just, again, I'm going to go back to what I said before, and then we go around the block and get out of here. But what I said before is, I don't want to take away from the fact that it was a crime. It was a crime to hold all those people captive and bring their ass over to America. That was a crime. So I don't want to say that people had a choice and take away from the fact that it was a fucking crime. Like that means that we let them off the hook. That's like saying that motherfuckers. I know this is probably a bad example, but that's like saying that these motherfuckers in the Holocaust and shit could have did what? You know what I'm saying? What's they gonna do?
It was their choice.
So that means Hitler didn't commit a crime, right? You can't say that. I don't know. Carrie said, "What up, though? What up, Carrie?"
You think they had a choice to walk into the ovens?
Right, the mother gas showers and shit.
Do you think they had a choice? Do you think they would have fucking walked in there? Shut the fuck up, man.
Angry man, what you say, dog? We about to get out of here, dog. What you think, dog? Is that nigga crazy, or do we got a point?
No, he ain't crazy and he doesn't have a point.
Neither one.
Neither one. Both sides need to just stop this shit. Dog.
Yeah.
Just motherfucker stop.
Yeah.
If you think about the grand scheme of things, we're talking about something, and I know I'm gonna lose a lot of fans over this. We're talking about something that happened many moons ago.
Yeah.
Okay, black folks, did we take an L on that one? We probably did.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure.
That still don't make us a bunch of bad motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
I think that's our problem. We don't know how to just... We keep entertaining the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time the KKK come up, you know, okay, yeah, I'll stay over there with that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point we need to just say, okay, we gonna quit entertaining that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not just our race. If every other race quit entertaining these motherfucking white folks, yeah, I said it. And y'all stop trying to take over the motherfucking world, we'll be alright. We're not the ones trying to do that shit. It's them. If they stop that shit, or we just say fuck it and go and do our own thing,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna happen.
He said it ain't gonna happen. More money, dog. What you say, bro?
Bro, as a fucking universe, we just need to come together, dog.
He said universe.
The whole motherfucking universe just need to come together. Fuck the planet. Like, if everybody eat, dog, that's a hell of a party. And I always say that. Yeah. If I eat and you eat and we all eat, that's a hell of a party. God damn, why nobody see that? You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is fucked up that, you know, you want to pull another man down, no matter black, no matter white. You want to pull another man down from getting his shit just because you're not in a certain spot. Like, it's not... that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like... And people don't see it. They always want to talk around the situation. You know what I mean? Like, well, what if this and then y'all just doing this and y'all just thinking that way because of this happened. It shit happened, bro. Like, we can't fucking erase that. That shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Let's stop arguing about
Let's stop
semantics,
arguing about it and
yeah.
let's fucking change the shit, bro.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
I think that's all that Jonathan was basically saying too.
Yeah. But still, you know,
it took us all hours. It took us all hour to agree with your ass.
Yeah, all out.
He can't say
He
that.
said
He can't say that. Jonathan can't say that. But I'm just saying though. I mean, and that's what I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people need to just chill out. The whole fucking universe with all this fucking war shit and all this shit. These motherfuckers trying to get money corrupts everything, bro.
Yeah.
It does, bro. So
Lisa said, "Thank y'all for reading my comment. I feel special, just like Kanye."
for real, huh?
Hell no.
Hell
No doubt, Lisa. Thanks for chiming in.
No
and
problem.
shit.
Appreciate you, Lisa.
Yeah, so
tell a friend, Lisa.
Right, tell a friend to tell a friend. Dog, so you saying basically like shit, all right, get that shit, let's go.
It happened.
It happened. Let's
It
go.
definitely happened.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's fucking work around this shit. Let this shit go. Like people need to let this shit go. Just let it go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish the world could just hit the blunt.
Right. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yo, on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, dog. I just wanna say this though. Obviously I think you are right. At some point, I think we gotta use that as our stepping stone to keep it moving and shit. Obviously we don't wanna forget that it happened because no ethnic group has ever forgotten, basically where they came from. So I'm not asking y'all to do that. But at the end of the day, though, we know it happened. Let's use it as motivation to keep moving forward, and let's not argue over semantics. Whether they had a choice or not, you know what? Maybe that's not the biggest thing. Like I'm not concerned if they had a choice or not. Things worked out the way they did because certain laws were implemented, and because some people were forced to do things that they didn't want to do. That's what happened. So let's keep it moving. But at the end of the day, I don't want to get caught up in the fact of whether it was a choice or not, because when you do that, it's taken away from the fact that these motherfuckers committed a violent, heinous crime. I will never forget that it was a crime.
Definitely.
So I don't want to say that it was a choice because that takes away that whole power. The fact that it was a fucking crime, dog. That's all we got to say about that, dog. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today, man.
E-Block, baby.
For sure, everybody that chimed in, man. Thank y'all so much for keeping us afloat. Don't forget, we are sponsored today by Pardon My Eastside. Make sure you go to www.pardonmyeastside.com and get your East Side, West Side, South Side, any kind of t-shirts and hats that you want.
Beaters,
hats. You know what I'm saying? Go to the website right now and check us out. www.pardonmyeastside.com. Again, I want to thank everybody that checked us out on the phone lines, everybody that commented in, everybody that watched on live. Watch the replay on eblockradio.com. Just fuck with us, all right? You know what I'm saying? We'll be back next week. Don't forget, debuting tomorrow also is Notes from the Negro section. Make sure you go to eblockradio.com to check that out, man. Until the next time, dog, you know exactly what this is.
E-Block, baby.
For sure, the Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man, straight from the E-Block Radio. I got my man, Angry Man, in the building.
Let that shit go.
I got my man, Bug Buddy.
You know what it is.
For sure, man. And your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High, man. Peace out, y'all.
Let's go.
Yes, to the Mile High. Nigga.
Flexing, baby. Flexing, baby. We flexing out here.
For sure.